Hello there. What is going on, everyone? Today we are doing a what to buy first on a budget guide for new and returning players for Star Wars Legion. We're focusing on the Empire today, and we're going to do a guide to help guide your first steps into Star Wars Legion. Whether you are a brand new player or a player who has been out of the game for a while and is coming back, we are going to walk you through what are the best buys for your buck, the best value, and some of the first purchases that you might want to consider as we move into 2026 and beyond. Now, this is going to be a video primarily from the current version of Legion, or the second edition of Legion's perspective, and I do want to point out that you might see different types of boxes. As you can see on the left here is the original style of Star Wars Legion box, and on the right here we have the new style of Star Wars Legion box. Both products are valid for the most part, with only a handful of boxes no longer being supported in the second edition. And as far as an Empire player is concerned, that really boils down to Emperor Palpatine and the Royal Guard. But everything else for the Empire still is going to be playable and legal in the new edition, with print and play documents available at atomicmassgames.com. So no conversion kits are necessary. However, if you are a returning player, we're going to talk about that in the second half of the video. Also, if you're new here, we do giveaways all the time. There's still a few days left to enter to win the current giveaway for a $25 Amazon gift card. You just have to be a subscriber and leave a comment on this or one of my other videos. Let me know some of your favorite Imperial units in Star Wars Legion, and also what do you hope to see in the future. With all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and just jump right into this. Everything that we talk about, I'll link in the description below. I'll have links for all of these to the Asmodee pre-order page, although you can also get these at your local game store and lots of other places as well. But I'm going to jump over to the Asmodee website, and I'm going to start off with, of course, the Star Wars Legion Galactic Empire starter set. This is a tremendous, just a tremendous starter set. And this is obviously your first place because, well, hey, it's a starter set. Not all of the boxes they're going to have are true starter sets, and what I mean by that is they're not all going to have the different things that you need to play, dice, movement tools, things like that. This one does come with what you need to actually play the game. This is also gives you everything you need as a starter army for playing the Recon version of the game, which is a 600-point format. Legion used to be an 800-point format. It's moved up to now a 1,000-point format for its standard games, but there are all kinds of new formats that are coming out. This is just a great box, and the value is $99. It's a tremendous value because at that price, you're getting over $200 worth of things. Actually, probably closer to $250. So this is actually one that you may want to pick up multiples of if you like the units that are in here. So in this box, you're getting 22 Stormtroopers, and you're also getting 14 Scout Troopers. Now that's enough to make 2 reinforced units of Stormtroopers and 2 full Scout Trooper units, and also 2 strike teams. Also, you're getting Darth Vader. That's a lot of stuff, and you can even break these down and to run them in multiple ways because you are getting the different language versions of the cards. You're also going to get all the new versions of cards. If you're an existing player, you might have some of the old versions of the cards. You're going to get the new versions of the cards here as well. But it's a tremendous value considering that a Stormtrooper pack has 11 models in it and is $55. You're getting 2 of those. So just for the Stormtroopers alone, instead of buying 2 Stormtrooper packs, just get 1 starter, you're already saving money. Then you're getting enough of basically 2 Scout Trooper packs, which are $53. If you're going to buy 2 Scout Trooper packs, just get 1 starter. Incredible value. Incredible value. I don't even think Atomic Mass is making money on these starters because, again, these are getting people into the game. And on top of that, you're getting Darth Vader. If you are an existing player, this is still a tremendous value because also these are all new hard plastic sculpts. That's one of the reasons that they're in a second edition right now, reprinting everything in hard plastic. Almost everything for the entire game is being reprinted in hard plastic. Not everything is available just yet. Some things are still in soft plastic, but almost everything has all new sculpts and amazing new hard plastic sprues. There's a new sculpt of Vader in here. If you're an existing player, if you're an older player, the version of Vader you're going to get here is new, but this is not the only place to get him. We'll talk about that more later on, but you might as well get him here because this is just a great build all around. You're getting everything you need to play the game. Tremendous amount of stuff that you're getting here. So very, very cool stuff. Next up, this is a limited time thing, so this might not be available forever, but this is coming out, and it's the Blizzard Force Special Edition Army Box. Now, this one costs a little bit more. Now, I also said on a budget, right? I did say this was a video for being on a budget. I'll point out that if you get 2 of the Army starters, the regular Imperial starters, that's pretty much enough to like jump right into the game and start playing at a full. You can build a 1,000-point list for that. You can play with that. But Blizzard Force is also a special value of the game. You're getting some cool stuff in here. You get some new things in here too, and you're getting a little bit of repeats, right? You are getting some more Stormtroopers. Also, you're going to get another 11 model unit of Stormtroopers. Again, it's already like a $55 value. You're getting 2 Snowtroopers. These are the all new Snowtroopers. You can't really find the old Snowtroopers in too many places right now. So getting all new sculpts, all new hard plastic Snowtroopers, awesome. Awesome. You're getting Darth Vader again, but you're getting an all new exclusive sculpt of Darth Vader. Now, admittedly, the value isn't really there unless you're a collector and you really want to have this new version of Vader. But you're also getting the probe droids, and the probe droids are cool. They're very cool. They're also brand new, right? So when it comes to this, you're still getting 4 units of stuff without Darth Vader. 4 units of stuff. Very, very cool. So between these two, right? Basically between the original starter and this Blizzard Force Special Edition box, you've got a whole 1,000-point army. You can do 2 starters, or you can do a starter and a Blizzard Force box. It kind of depends on your flavor. If you like Snowtroopers a little bit more, if you want some of that Blizzard Force type of stuff, this is just a great way to get started. So you're also getting an exclusive Vader in here. Now you have 2 different versions of Vader also that you can play around with. So that's like $240, and you are completely ready to play. That may seem like a lot, but if you compare this to other war games, other tabletop miniatures games, that's a very, very shallow buy-in to get a full 1,000-point army. Like that, and that's the standard, right? Like the smaller format, either one of these has about that much. However, I'll point out that the Blizzard Force Army Box is not a starter. It does not have all the extra things. So that's why primarily, our actual starter is definitely the way to go. It's only $99. It has lots of stuff in it, and it has everything, like all your range tools, your movement tools, your dice, your cards, Vader, and then 4 units of both, well, two units of Stormtroopers, 2 units of Scout Troopers, which you can break up into even more of that. So you're getting a ton of stuff in this one for only 99 bucks. The value here is not quite as good, but still really, really good. A lot of the other stuff we're going to look at is not, you're not going to have the bundle deal. So at this point, we're looking at things to kind of go to personalize your experience a little bit more. And I can't think of a better way to personalize your experience than the Legion customizable Imperial Officer and Agent box. This is a really cool box. It's, again, we're past the initial, I have to just get started for as low a price as possible, and now we're trying to come up with some cool value and great ways to take advantage of both what the new 2nd edition has to offer, as well as some of the really cool things that the sculpting team is doing. You're getting really cool officers and agents in here, and you can build out 2 models with this kit, and there's a lot of different build options. They have like face masks and helmets and, riot control batons and blasters, and you can build your characters to look however you want. But they also have a whole lot of different cards that you can use to configure them in a wide variety of different ways. This is also a very, very cool way to approach the game, because you're going to have an officer and an agent, or you could run them as both as officers if you wanted to. Again, this new 2nd edition has Spanish language, French language, German language, as well as English language cards. So you've got lots of you're getting 4 versions of every card, so you can run them however you want. However, It's very cool to have both a cheaper commander than Vader and also an operative option as well that you're getting in here. And they're fun, they're cool, they're fun to build, they're fun to try different combinations of upgrade cards with, and they give your army a lot of flexibility. They work in long range, kind of staying behind, shooting, or getting up close and personal with your enemies. They're a very multifaceted expansion pack, and you're getting 2 of them in here. So that's a cool thing. That's a very cool thing. If we're looking to expand our core options a little bit, core options, these are your battle line, your infantry, your basic grunts, your troops. The Shoretroopers, they have a new box coming out in a few days. This is a cool box too. I happen to really like Rogue One. I happen to really like the Shoretroopers, and this style of expansion compared to the old version style of expansion, it really does favor core troopers because you're getting a lot. You're getting, you used to get like 7 models in one of these, and now you're getting 11. They're giving you a lot more models, enough that you could split it up into a second whole unit, or just basically so you can run a reinforced or a double size unit. As far as the number of miniatures you're getting in here, you're getting 11, which is not bad for $49.99. This also comes out at a slightly cheaper price point than the regular Stormtroopers, but I think the Stormtroopers are so iconic. A lot of people are going to want to buy extra Stormtroopers. I don't think that many people are trying to buy extra Shoretroopers, but they're coming back into print with the new edition, and that is a very cool thing. As we move forward, if you're trying to really expand a little bit more, something new coming out this year is one of my favorite expansions that they've ever announced for Star Wars Legion to date, and that is the Imperial High Command expansion. This one gives you 4 new commanders. Well, 3 new commanders. If you're a new player, there's a 4 new commander option in here, and that is Director Krennic, who is an existing commander that is being reprinted in this box with an alternate sculpt. But you're also getting, all new to the game, you're getting Grand Admiral Thrawn, who alone made this an insta-buy for me. You're also getting Grand Moff Tarkin and General Tag. So you're getting 4 Imperial leaders, and you're getting a lot of really different command cards and a lot of different options. These are generally like command and control type commanders, a little bit different than what you might build your customizable officer, a little bit different than how you might build Vader. And while this hasn't been fully spoiled yet as of the time of me recording this video, it does look like we're going to have like a lot of options for Thrawn. He looks like he's going to go into a lot of different lists. Tarkin is going to work really, really well with Vader, who you're already going to have if you bought the starter. Krennic works well in a wide variety of lists. And also Tag, who we know not a whole lot about right now, but I expect him to be a little bit more aggressive. Because again, he was actually a pretty successful officer. He's one of those people that didn't get overconfident. So I happen to like him from the lore and from the films, and he's the one who said, "Dude, we've analyzed the rebels thing. They have found a weakness. He was the one where he was like, look, they may exploit it." He was the voice of reason throughout the whole thing. I think he's going to be quite well, and he is also a pretty boss in the comics too. So again, not a cheap expansion, but you're getting 4 new commanders. One of the reasons why expansions like this tend to cost a little bit more than, for example, the Shoretroopers, which gives you 11 for less. You're getting more models in that box for less. Because these are, first off, these are heroes or unique characters. This is also a box you only ever buy 1 of. You won't ever need more than 1 of these, and you're going to get constant replayability and a lot more function out of these. So that's why they tend to cost more. That's why I'm including this one later on in the list. But I think if you're going to be an Imperial player, a lot of these characters are just must-haves for a lot of Imperial armies. Now, if we're really kind of getting out there and you don't want to wait, but it's the most beautiful things the Empire ever had, the ATST, not currently available in the new edition format right now, right? So what do I mean by that? I mean, it's currently, they still have them. This was one of the last models that they mass produced before they switched over to the new edition. This is still an AMG version of the Imperial ATST Walker. It does come with some little extra models that can go inside of it, like Chewbacca. You can have like a little Ewok Battle Force version of it. This could also go into the Rebels, but you also have your Imperial version. But this is a cool. I mean, it's one of the best models ever made. Now, the AMG version kind of locks the legs in place, unlike the original FFG version that was like kind of lets you build the legs however you want, and it was like people were sometimes building them super straight and tall. So it's a little bit harder. You have to shave some plastic if you want to model it into like different stepping positions, but it's still a fantastic expansion. And while this is going to come with first edition cards, everything available is still print and play on the website. If you're an existing player, you probably already have one of these. So I want to also talk about existing players or old returning players who are coming back to the game right now. You're going to have to go to atomicmassgames.com at some point and check out all of the print and play documents they have there. They continually release new print and play documents. And this is a great way to get like a preview of some of the new cards that they're going to be coming out with, as well as just, ways to use all of your old cards, because a long time ago, X-Wing made a second edition, and they made these conversion kits, and people weren't happy that they had to buy a conversion kit to continue to play the game with their same stuff. What Atomic Mass Games did here basically is made all those conversion kits free, but they also had ways that you can buy them if you wanted them, but you could also print and play everything out. Arguably, it's a fantastic way to go. You're giving people the choices, and you're not forcing anybody to buy anything. So that's a good thing. If you are a new player or a returning player, and maybe you don't want to buy this whole starter. If you're a returning player and you wanted to get the new Darth Vader sculpt, you can also pick up the Vader and Veers character expansion. This one's low on my list because if you're a new player and you picked up the starter, or if you're a returning player and you picked up the starter, you're really just getting this just for the new Veers sculpt, because you probably already have this Vader sculpt. Arguably not my favorite Vader sculpt, but Veers looks pretty good here. Problem with this whole expansion is you're really spending only $34.99 just for Veers, because you probably already have Vader. So again, you're not getting a tremendous value out of this, but Veers is pretty good. He works great with vehicles, and he's also not the most expensive Imperial commander, so he's just overall a pretty good commander. But he might not be quite as great once Imperial High Command comes out. You're already going to have 4 new Imperial commanders. You're really going to need Veers also. I guess it just depends on your playstyle and whether or not you like him, or if you want to run Blizzard Force, Veers is a good option for Blizzard Force. And so maybe it's worth picking this box up at some point, especially if you want to hobby and play around with Vader, and if you were looking for an extra Vader model to experiment with, you can also do some fun stuff with that here. But again, not a super great urgent buy. But if you are a returning player and you don't want to do the print and play stuff, but you do want some of the new things, again, this is where this comes in. Maybe you want to pick this one up because you didn't want to buy a whole nother starter, but you did like the new Vader sculpt. Then go for it. You can pick this one up. If you are a returning player, you probably want to get maybe some of the card packs too. Again, they were print and play for free at atomicmassgames.com, but there are also, you can buy physical card packs too. There's the Empire card pack that has all of the unit cards that you're going to need. There's the command card pack that has all of the command cards. Again, you can always just print and play and then sleeve your cards and do all of that. You don't necessarily need these. These are currently actually sold out right now, but I'm sure they'll come back into print at some point. But again, they're print and play. If you buy the commanders come with command cards already. So again, you might not need these, but it is something that, if you can find it, if you want it, it's available. Also, the regular generic upgrades card pack. This was a pack they had also made that had all the basic upgrades, all those neutral cards, all those all of your like grenades and equipment and things like that. They put these all in separate packs so that you could kind of pick and choose what you were going to need. I personally didn't buy any of these because I just kind of primarily use print and play for the old stuff. But again, you have a lot of options. Some people prefer the cards, some people prefer print and play. There's options for everybody, except when they're sold out and then you don't have those options. So maybe your store has these, maybe they don't. There's a lot of that. If you're a returning player, one of the biggest things that you will want to look into, again, this is also print and play, but you may want to look into the Battle Deck card pack. This is basically the new cards that go into setup, because your battle cards were the things that really didn't carry over. The whole turn 0 process and then even the first turn are the biggest changes in this new edition of Legion, and how you get your troops on the board and how you win the game. So all of those mission cards are very different, as well as a tracker, and some of the tokens and things that you need can be found in the battle card pack. Again, not something that you absolutely must buy, because this stuff is print and playable. However, for people who want physical versions of all of these things, it is there. But I want to go back, I want to circle back to the most important thing and the best value that that Star Wars Legion's ever seen. It's for the Galactic Empire starter. The amount of stuff you're getting here for the Empire is just absolutely stupendous. So again, I would probably recommend getting 2 of these if you can. Just for the Stormtroopers alone, you're already saving money. It's already tremendous value if you're getting them. Just for the Stormtroopers alone, never mind all the extra Scout Troopers and Vader and the extra dice and movement tools and everything else you need to play the game. You're getting all of that. It is a tremendous way to go. And that is my intro to Star Wars Legion on a budget. If you're a new player, or if you're a returning player hoping to get back into the game, let me know your questions down in the comments section below. Did I answer any of them? Hopefully. You can also join our Discord. We've got links in the description below, as well as links to all the products that we talked about in this video. That is going to do it for today's video. I want to thank my patrons. Patrons, you guys are absolutely spectacular. Thank you so much for your continued support. Also, if you guys are traveling, check out Battlefoam. Great ways to store your armies. You can use code Crabbok VIP and save 15% off of your Battlefoam orders. You get Magna Racks there. You got all kinds of really cool stuff. Great foam containers, carry-on luggage, all of that really groovy stuff over at Battlefoam. So, very cool, and I will talk to you later. May the Force be with you. Live long and prosper. Be excellent to each other. Party on, dudes. So say we all. And always wash your socks.